Hello, and welcome to The Crew Method, Continuous Review, Evaluation, and Weeding Presentation by Whitney Cook. The purpose of this presentation is to apply the Crew Method to the Social Sciences section in a public library catalog. We're going to go over the general impression of the section, main criteria for weeding, materials that need weeding, and discuss if this section has been weeded effectively. General impression of the Social Sciences section. This section contained many books that may be out of date or misleading. A lot of them were published in the 1990s and 1980s if they had publishing dates at all. This section contains books that are likely unused. Many titles could be removed due to relevance, and there are many titles that fall under being trivial, offensive, or that are likely to contain incorrect data. The main criteria for weeding the social sciences section is to consider whether the book is likely factual based on the date published. Is there a better source or newer edition for the book's information? Is this topic still relevant or could it be used for research? And is it likely that the book has been recently used? Materials that need weeding. Legal Lunacy, Unbelievable but True Laws, Past and Present by Anne Condon, published in 1992. There have been a lot of laws that have been passed and overturned since 1992. I doubt that any of the information in this book is accurate, and given that fact and the fact that it was published in 1992, I wouldn't use it in a research paper. Growing Up American, Immigrant Children in America, Then and Now by Selma Cantor Burrell, published in 1996. The laws and experiences for immigrant children have changed so much just in the last few years, much less since 1996. The information in this book is likely to be outdated. It's not going to be useful for research, and even if you wanted to look up more current information, it would be so much easier to do online. How to Sell Your House in 5 Days by William G. Efros, published in 1999. Given today's housing market, selling any house in 5 days is an impossible dream. There is no way that the methods within this book are accurate or applicable to today's society. Let Them Eat Data: How Computers Affect Education, Cultural Diversity, and the Prospects of Ecological Sustainability by C.A. Bowers, published in 2003. This book is over 10 years old. Computers and technology have advanced so far since then that this book honestly could use a sequel just to explain all of the different changes. And while one might be tempted to use it for a research paper, given that it is over 10 years old, I wouldn't use it. Research papers, you really want your information to be 5 years or less. The New Teacher's Almanac: Practical Ideas for Every Day of the School Year by Dana Newman, 1980. Just since COVID, everything for teaching has changed so much that I question the usefulness of this title. The Complete Financial Guide for Single Parents, 1991. We've been through a war, COVID, the crash of the housing market, and a recession since this was published. I highly doubt that any of the data provided in this book is accurate, especially given the changes for minimum wage and insurance. Has the section been effectively weeded? No, and here's a summary of why. Some books don't even have a publishing date listed. There are too many books that would likely contain outdated information. There are many books that have likely not been circulated or used in a long time. And there are some that have titles that are inconsiderate or offensive. Additional thoughts. Access to the catalog was strictly online. If I were doing this weeding in the physical library, I would have added condition of the book as part of the main criteria. Also, it would be easier to tell in the library how often the books are being used. They don't provide that information on the website. Thank you, and happy Veterans Day.